What's up? What's up? What's up? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? What's going on? Trump 2024. We did that thing. Just want to get on here for a little while, talk to everybody, see how y'all doing. See how y'all doing. This Trump mania. Look at all the Trump haters, man. Man, they having a fit right now. He going through it. He mad. It's all right. Oh man, they is heated. I mean, I be seeing these videos, man, be making me laugh, man. They going through it. But there's a lot to think about. I mean, Trump is already going to work. I mean, we see him. I mean, I don't know how factual it is, but still trying to find out what's going on. But he been hitting up Putin, hitting them all up, he already working. He ain't even clocking yet. And that's real talk. Trump already started going to work, and he ain't even clocking yet. Like, he ain't even on the clock, and he already starting to work. I mean, it's like, wow, he just, all right, time to put the things together. I mean, and we're going to see how this goes. I'm glad we supported him. Glad we did what we did. It was a massive landslide, and just watching the election and how it went. What's up, Chris for real? What's up, Chris for real? Yeah, I'm glad it went the way it went. We excited. America's about to go back to its greatness. Yeah, I understand. What's up, Mike in the building? What's going on? Let's go. You're right. America's about to go back to its greatness. And like I said, Trump already went to work. Like, he's not actually even on the clock right now. And he already went back. He already started putting in work already, trying to protect this country, which, I'm trying to. Yeah, I'm glad. I'm so glad he won. I'm so glad he won and trying to protect this country. But I got a question, and I'm gonna probably repeat this question as people come in. And something that ran through my mind, and it was like, wow, that ain't a bad idea. Imagine if, just tell me what y'all think about this. Candice Owens being Trump's press secretary. What y'all think about that? Like, I'm feeling that. I think that's the greatest idea ever, because Candice Owens is a beast when it comes to trying to get facts and details and stuff like that. So I hope that Trump reaches out to her. Yeah, I hope that Trump reaches out to her and try to make her, Candice Owens, his press secretary. I think that is like game changer. Tell me what y'all think about that. What's up, y'all? Trump 2024. We so glad. And if you're on this live, I got a question I'm asking people is that, what do y'all think about Trump making Candice Owens his press secretary? I want to know what y'all think about that. Put it in the live. You know what I mean? Let me know what y'all think about that. I think that would be an amazing idea if he made Candice Owens his press secretary. I swear, I think that would be a game. Even though he's already won, we get all of that. But I like Candice Owens. I think she's very smart. I think she's very intelligent. I think we need that type of person as a press secretary, because she holds people accountable for their being factual and being truthful. And I think she'd be very transparent. Yes. Yeah. And I do. That's just my opinion on her. I just, and my thing is that, and I just think that overall for the next 4 years, I think she's the type of person that probably would take it further than just being a press secretary. And I think she will protect the country on whatever level of scale she could possibly do, and make sure that information that American citizens are getting is factual and, not one-sided. Because you know how we've been seeing it so far. And I don't even know how this woman was getting up there talking. I was like, I'd be mad if I had to say half the stuff she had to say. Like, y'all don't even care what y'all just put me out on Front Street. Put me out on Front Street. Without, the press secretary we got right now, I don't even want to mention her name. But anyway. Oh, okay. That's what's up. It's hard for me to see that. Oh, how you doing, man? Just welcome in, welcome. I mean, it's a beautiful thing, like America, we really need to come behind this situation. We need to come behind this movement And, you know, it's going to take some time to start to see the results of this campaign. But like I said, Trump is already putting in that work. He's not even on the clock right now. And he went out there, he's already putting in the work. And that's what I like about Trump. Even if you look at how he was running his campaign, he was everywhere. He was like constantly. And that tells you how much he respects people's vote, because he was willing to go out there and do the work publicly, go in hostile environments and talk and go here and go there. And he was on the ground putting in that work. And that's the reason why a lot of people supported him and a lot of people voted for him, because they knew what they were voting for. He wasn't running this Hollywood campaign where you want to pick and choose who you talk to, pick and choose who you campaign at. You want to bust people around and follow. It was just a big joke when I watched it, what they were doing on the Democratic side as far as Kamala Harris, though. But I just want him to drain the swamp when he gets in there and just get rid of all of this corruption that's in government, getting rid of all of this trying to force people. Yes, they are. Trump voters are very informed. And and I think they have to be. You know what I mean? We really have to be. And listen, I wasn't always on the Trump train, but when I got on the train, it's because how I got on this train is because I started informing myself. And once I started informing myself, that's what made me want to vote for Trump. I had to pull myself out of all of the smoke and mirrors going on, and that was like, man, these people lying to us. It don't even make sense what they're doing. And then at that point, I was like, Trump. And then the more I kept digging, I was like, oh, okay, now. And I got to push, I said, because he's going to need all the help he can get. It's only but so much one man can do. So that's what made me start to kind of use my platform here to push for Trump. But most of my work was on the ground too, because I realized you're more effective when you get out there in the streets just as much as social media, because once somebody gets off a video and watch a video, sometimes they don't really get all the information. But if you sit there and you talk to people, and I was one voter at a time, I'm going to keep pushing. And finally, we got it there, and we made it happen. And I'm in hostile territory because I live in Philadelphia, and that's hostile territory. They're a Democrat, stronghold. But when I start talking to people and giving them and making them more informed, they realize that we've been taken advantage of for the most part. But I'm so glad. But the question that I asked earlier, if somebody just got on this live and you don't know what was going on, the question that I asked earlier was, what do y'all think about Candice Owens being Trump press secretary? And I was just trying to get a fact, see what it. Yes, I did too. I saw what was really going on. I wasn't not back in 2015. I'm not exactly sure where it kicked over with me is. I'm going to say after he lost the election is where I really started digging into, because unfortunately, I don't even want to mention it. I voted for Hillary, which was stupid, but whatever. I started digging into it, and that's what made me dig into it, because I'm like, a lot of stuff wasn't adding up. So that's what made me dig into it. And then that's how I ended up on this train of wanting to support Trump as a candidate, and realizing that he was really he was taking a lot of slack for the American citizens. And I don't think a lot of people even realized how bad he was taking. And then when they really started going after him, it was like unbelievable. When they started trying to indict him and they started doing all this stuff, I said, government must be more corrupt than even I know, because nobody goes after nobody like that unless you trying to protect something. You got something to hide, you trying to protect. That's where that stuff started making sense. 2024, I'm so happy too. I am. I'm excited, man. I'm excited about the future of America. I'm really I'm really excited about the future of America. Y'all don't understand. I'm not a person that show a whole lot of emotions when it excitement and stuff like that. I'm usually kind of calm as much as I can, but this right here, I was so glad I was a part of it in my small way. I mean, I was so glad I was. I did sign up to be one of the captains at some point, and I was doing, I went to a few meetings, I went to rallies, I went to stuff. I didn't go to all his rallies, I say, but if it was close enough where I felt like I could make it, I did go, and it gave me a perspective, because I remember back then, they kept saying, "Oh, all Trump supporters are racist." Now, y'all see my skin. I'm black. Now, I'm not dark black, but, I'm black enough. But anyway, they kept saying Trump supporters are racist. So I said, you know what? I'm going to go around them and see how they are. And that's what made me go. When he came to Philly, I said, I'm going to go there. And I went down there, man. I'm going to tell you something, man. Them people treated me well. They was nice. laughing, joking, very, they didn't care about your political stance, honestly speaking, because I had no Trump gear on. I had nothing that said I represented Trump at the time. I was already on the Trump train going to vote, but I just wanted to see where people's head was and what type of mentality the Trump supporters were. And that's what I did. And I was doing it by myself. And I was like, man, none of what the media was saying to me wasn't adding up. I said, nope, it ain't like that. They not like that. Nothing like that. And they, eventually someone, reached out and, even on YouTube, you know what I mean? All of the hate that I was getting was from Democrats and liberals. Even on social media, they was coming at my neck. Even out there with them, it was always the Democrats that I was getting treated horribly with every single time. Democratic voters, even in my neighborhood, in my community, you sell out, you this, you that, you that, you that. Even among some family members, I know they were talking. I didn't care. Like, I was taking all the smoke, and I did not care. I did not care because I knew 100% that he was best for the country. I knew it. And I went as full steam as I possibly could. And I watched all of the Trump supporters, people that was out there right now trying to get people registered. So I didn't go that far because I didn't have the time for it. But yeah, exactly. You're right, Chris, for real. That's what they do. They were just constantly throwing insults. And I would look, it's like, man, y'all, my thing is this: if you got a candidate that you support, how about tell me about your candidate? Well, just promote your candidate. Tell me why you're promoting your candidate. And I never would get that from them. It was always insult after insult. Yes, yeah. I thank you for that. Thank you for that. Yeah, And my thing is this: that's what I told people. I said we are all in this together. We are all in this together. And I knew I had to go in order for me to do some type of damage. I had to go into hostile territory. I had to try to convert normal Democratic voting people. I had to try to convert many of them as I possibly could. In order for them to see it, they had to be talked to somebody. So I had to educate myself and go on the offense and then explain to them why I'm voting the way I did. And after a while, I started converting. Yeah, I know I'm not going to get everybody. I know I'm not going to reach everybody. But I said, I'm going to do it on the scale that I could do it. And, the end results of what I seen all of the Trump supporters do. And they worked hard, man. They worked hard. And I'm the guy giving them credit. Now, don't get me wrong. I think Trump is a beast. Like, I've never seen nobody do so much and move around the country so much, doing 2 to 3 rallies a day. Like, come on now. Like, they don't understand. That's why you would never be able to beat Trump unless you built like Trump, because he just was nonstop. And that means that this election probably meant more to him than the first one did, because he probably said, he did a great job on the first one. But I think this one had a deeper impact on him because he was fighting even harder than he did the first time to win this election. And he was just going in. And what my thing is this: I love the fact that he shoots straight from the hip. I love the fact that he's not so scripted. And, I know he probably got prompters and stuff like that to kind of, but I like the fact that he shoot from the hip. You know what I mean? I like those things about it. Now, some people don't like it because they say, oh, he's mean. It's not. Listen, get a backbone. Real talk. Get a backbone. But again, if you just got on this live, like and subscribe, appreciated it. Other than that, the question out there was, what do y'all think about Trump making Candice Owens his press secretary? I'm be honest with you, I keep saying it. I wonder, because I know people are coming in and going out, and that's the question that I've been asking. How y'all feel about that? And I think that's a great idea. Oh, you don't understand the high numbers of black women that voted. I'm gonna be honest with you, and I'm not trying to down nobody. And I think that's because the information that they are getting is very biased. It doesn't they don't get the facts. And I think a lot of the black women that did vote for Trump really wasn't educated on what was really going on. And I'm not. Yes, sexism is the reason. And like I said, I'm not going to sit there and say that some of them just refuse to learn. But I think a lot of times is that they didn't understand and they don't really know what's going on. And my point to that is this: let's say you are let's say you're a woman, black and single. It doesn't matter if you're single or married, but let's say you got, right now you have a son that's roughly around the age of 20. And they don't even realize that the Democrats at one point was trying to push opening up the draft. because they like wars. And if having Trump in there, the possibilities of us getting into more wars are very more slim because Trump likes peace. He don't want no wars. Everything that he was doing was to keep us out of wars. And I think he did a hell of a job doing it. So imagine right now, you voted for Democrat and let's say they won and we end up in more wars and they opened up the draft. Your 20-year-old son might end up in the draft and end up in war. And then you will be responsible for that because you voted for that. You get what I'm saying? And my thing is that sometimes people don't realize what they're voting for. They're just voting. And that's where the problem starts to lie in. And at the end of the day, you got a right to vote for who you want. But sometimes I think the reason why a lot of these women was voting that way because all they saw was a woman that they thought was black. They did not see intellect. They did not see capability. They didn't see none of that. All they saw was a woman that they thought was black, which really wasn't black, but I didn't really care one way or the other. I was more in the fact that she was an airhead and she was stupid and I was not voting for her. Then, and so they just saw the fact that all they was worrying about was, okay, she's a woman and she said, and they thought she was black. And that's what they was riding on. I guarantee you that most of these people did not even watch her talk and say anything because there's no way in the world you could watch her rallies and hear her talk or watch what little interviews she was doing and hear her talk and still support her. She was an airhead. When somebody's airhead and they don't really have nothing of substance to offer, the first thing they result to is long laughter. Why? Because they're trying to fill that space in with something because there's no knowledge there. That's what they're doing. And that's the truth. They filling in spaces. There's no real knowledge there. Kamala Harris didn't know what she was doing. She's an airhead. But that's what the Democrats want. They want somebody that they can control and manipulate that don't have the brain cells to say this is not right. That's why every time they was up there and she was the deciding vote, she voted right along with that stupid decisions that they were making. Because she didn't know no better. She didn't know no better. And that's what ended up happening. And it's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, I appreciate y'all hitting that like hanging in there with a brother, chilling with a brother, hanging out with a brother. Trump 2024. We did it. We did it. We did it. We did it. I mean, like I said, if you just got on this live, the question was Candice Owens, press secretary for Trump. How y'all like that idea? And I know some people already responded. And so far, the people that did, they say they like it. They think that's a great idea. But I just want to see if anybody else on this live, if you just got in and say, hey, what's going on here? What y'all think about that? Because I think Candice Owens being Trump's press secretary would be an amazing thing. You know what I mean? So I hope that happens. I'm being honest with you. I hope somehow or another that message get across to Trump from somewhere or somebody else. Because I know I'm not the only one that thought of this. I think it's probably hundreds of people that thought, that ain't a bad idea. Candice Owens is Trump press secretary. I think that's a great idea. We'll see. I mean, she also would have to accept the job if they offered it to her. But, we never see how it goes. Yeah. What's up, William? Yeah, we did it. We killed it. We killed it. We killed it, man. We killed it. Landslide. Man, at the end of the day, I know the Dems can cheat. Democrats know how to cheat. So I wasn't, as much as I knew that I knew that Trump was going to win, but I just didn't know how far the cheating would go where it would swing the other way. Because what happened to all those 81 million votes that voted for Joe Biden? Where they at now? Right. You're right. Informed, but not informed. And it's funny you say that, informed and not informed. The first time I was listening, and people kept criticizing Trump saying fake news, but they never paid attention that Denzel Washington was saying it before Trump was even saying it. And he used pretty much the same analogy that you put in there, which was informed, uninformed. And he said it. He said, if you watch the news, you misinformed. But if you don't watch it, you uninformed. And he told the news people, he said, you guys have a responsibility to telling the truth, but y'all don't care about that. All y'all want to be is first. First this, first that. And nobody paid attention to what Denzel Washington was saying. He didn't even get criticized for it. But as soon as Trump, this is how the difference is. Trump's like fake news. He's not going to go try all these fancy words. He said, the news is fake. That's it. And both of them pretty much has the same meaning. Both of them still have the same outcome. It's just that one worded one way, one worded the other way. Trump just not going to go use a whole bunch of fancy words to try to say it's fake news. He's just gonna be like, to try to say, get the message across. Fake news. Common sense, fake news. That's it. And then I watched a lot of the news and I watched a lot of what was going on. I'm like, but he didn't say that. He didn't say that neither. Well, they left that part out. They let that. I said, man, they don't even care at this point, huh? They just spew it the way they want to spew it to make people not want to. Basically, all they was doing was trying to find a way, an evil, corrupt way to try to get people to not like Trump. And when people are like, I don't like him, I'm like, what do he do to you? That's what I say. What do he do to you? For you to not, you letting somebody else tell you not to like somebody. What do he do to you? I said, I don't let somebody tell me not to like somebody unless that person that did something to me. I don't care who they are. I'm not going to just randomly say, I don't like that person, but I have no real reason. Now, you might not like the aura, you might not like the way they carry themselves, but if they didn't do nothing, well, how do you get to the point where you just don't like somebody, all in the mere fact that somebody said you shouldn't like them? Because there were times somebody told me not to like somebody, and then I got to know that person. I was like, dang, all this time I thought you was what they said you was. Maybe you don't like them, and that's why you treated them that way, but we're good. So that don't even make sense. You don't let you find out for yourself how a person is and how their character is. And that's what I did. I went back and just started looking at Trump's history. And I said, man, he's just an everyday American, decent person. Forget him being president. Forget him being a businessman. Forget him being a billionaire. When I started looking at all of these stories about what he was doing for people, I said, he's just a downright average American that like doing stuff for people and helping people. He's a businessman. Yeah, he make money. Yes, he's a billionaire. We get all that. That's part of America too. But there was the other side of it that just kind of was like, when you started looking to his history, you start to realize that his character in lines with a lot with any decent man. He's just a regular, average, decent person. And it was hundreds of stories of him doing stuff for people, nice stuff for people that he did not have to do. And it was like, oh, he actually a decent dude. Now, what they don't realize is that the way he do stuff for people is to give you a chance to do it for yourself. I've seen him give people stuff, help people and stuff like that, and people that really needed his help. But I'm going to be honest with you, Trump actually a really decent dude. Name me a president that did the job for 4 years that did not get paid besides Trump. He did that job for 4 years and didn't take none of that pay. Yeah, 10 million votes short. Yep. Oh man, this is crazy. I mean, but I wanted to get on here for a little while, chat it up with y'all. I'm calling this Freestyle Fridays because I don't know what I'm going to talk about when I get on here, but every once in a while I'm going to come in here and throw in a Freestyle Friday, and we're going to have fun with it. We're going to have, we're going to, see what the subject is, and that the subject today was, what do y'all think about Candice Owens being Trump's press secretary? And so far, all the responses was they like the idea. I'm not going to hang in there too long. We're ready to go because I got some things to take care of, but I love y'all. God bless y'all. Make sure y'all make Jesus Christ y'all Lord and Savior because he's a life changer, and y'all have a wonderful day. Peace.